Hello, everybody. Welcome on back to the Cool Cat Gang channel, and welcome back to another exciting matchup for the Super Mario Odyssey Any Pro League. My name is Anime, and I am being joined here with two-player world record holder Zach in the box. Zach, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Thank you for the introduction. Yeah, I'm excited. It has been a little while since we've had any matches on just due to ESA and things. And we are slowly getting them back live again, and it's super exciting to be back. So, hello everyone.
Yes, it's so good. Honestly, like I very much enjoy watching the Pro League, whether it be SMO or SM64. There's always just some great Mario action here on the Cool Cat Gang channel.
Exactly.
Now, we do happen to have both of our racers in the chat right now. VGR, how you doing, man? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I didn't do any runs to prep before, like earlier today, but I did practice, so I should be in good hands.
Practice definitely is good before a race. I mean, you know what they say, practice makes perfect.
Very good. I mean, obviously, you do have the PB advantage here, so hopefully, even with a little bit of rustiness, you still do stand a chance.
Yeah, not only that, but I'm so far undefeated, so I'm not like worried.
Oh,
Even
really?
Yeah, no, VGR has been going
Okay.
real hard.
Wow, that's quite impressive. Let's hope we can keep up that streak today. How are you feeling, Pajulu, after hearing that maybe scary information?
Yeah, kind of, but well, I haven't finished a run in 3 weeks, so this is gonna be interesting. I'm very rusty, but I've been practicing. I've been learning new strats and shit. So I think I can maybe do something. Let's hope.
I believe.
Yeah.
All right, best of luck to you.
Good luck.
All right, if you guys can go ahead, ready on up in race time. The timer will start, and you guys can manage all of your time things from there.
Were you about to say something, or is that thought long gone now?
Oh no, it's definitely gone.
Okay. Yeah, I know how that feels sometimes.
I immediately like started going into, all right, let me just message the racers for the next match mode. Like mid thought.
Yeah.
ADHD is a blessing and a curse at the same time. What can I say?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard it has it's not always a bad thing. It does have its advantages, but the mind can still wander. Oh, I'm in, just like that. Awesome.
Let's go!
Pajulu has left the race room, which is fair enough. A lot of people like to listen to the commentary and kind of pay attention to what's going on during races, but some people just really like to leave all the calls, close all the streams, and just focus 100% on the run. I've stepped in and out of both boats in my time. I can't really figure out what's better. I think what I usually end up doing is kind of like having the stream open just so I could see where my opponent is at, but having all the commentary and stuff muted. But I don't know. You know, it's a kind of mix between, do you need full concentration or do you need something to kind of distract you and help you just, let the inputs flow?
Yeah, that is definitely the thing. I know most of the time I would probably say in a race setting, I know me personally, I would probably not stay in the booth, but I know when I've done a couple of the LTAs, I've definitely been like, just gotta hop on into that. Why not?
Yeah, but that also, I mean, the stakes are a little bit lower in LTA events since you get multiple chances.
True.
There's some very strange cap dives there on the bridge coming from Pajulu. He obviously messed up something somewhere that I managed to miss. There we go, Frog Room isn't really going to cause any problems.
Don't mind the timer, y'all. I got it.
I didn't even notice.
Don't worry. I got it.
Wait, what do you mean? Don't mind what? Nothing seems wrong right now.
Cool. Okay. I'm unconcerned. Epic.
All right, there
really
we go.
Nice quick toppers from both of these runners here. Just overall, honestly, pretty good Cap Kingdom, other than the slight wonkiness you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, no major mistakes. What more can you ask for in a race? All right, I need to get the incredible, amazing hashtag shout out hashtag ad stat sheet up right now because I want to have a look at some DSS stats.
I love the stat sheets.
If I can remember the command.
SMO, it's SMO League.
SMO League. Well, that's what it was on YouTube. I wasn't sure if it was the same.
Yeah, we just carried it back, brought it over.
All right, strat consistency with that. Where is the VGR man? VGR does not go for DSS in runs. Surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, the only person who does DSS in races that I can see right now is Danster and Psionic. Right, let's see this this very nice dyno movement. Because I feel like, because at a certain point, runners will start doing DSS and stop doing this movement, but there's still always a lot of optimization. I see a lot of different ways of people capturing the dyno here. So it's interesting to see, like, at a 57 level, what is the fastest way to capture dinosaur and do dino skip and stuff.
I think as far as captures go, I really like how Odyssey's just like, all right, you're gonna capture a frog really quick, have a fun little, comedic intro to captures, and then they're just like, hey, how about a dinosaur?
Yeah, quite the step up, yeah. Nah, I mean, it's pretty cool. They just throw you right in the deep end. And then the next kingdom along, you capture the freaking stone guys with the sunglasses. Like, yeah,
Real.
interesting pacing.
Okay, all right, let's go. I think I can stop doing all the important things and do the more important things, which is watch these two gamers go against each other in Marioverse.
Hats off to you for restreaming and commentating at the same time. It's not an easy endeavor. Did you know that 2DSS was originally known as Bouncy Bowser Skip? I think a lot of people still refer to it as that.
God, that's a great name, though. Wait.
Yeah. Have you not heard that before?
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No. A lot of people still call it that. And, yeah, that was the token name for a while. When it was just, back in the day when it was just a clip on Twitter. Just a distant dream of a potential trick.
A far off in the distance.
Yeah, we know it was a while ago because I'm referring to it as Twitter now.
Well, I mean, to be fair, let's be real. It's still Twitter.
I really don't see anyone referring to it as X.
When the hyperlink.
I keep seeing all these tweets from like concerned spouses when they get credit card bills through the say X Premium, a monthly charge, because it's not called. It used to be Twitter Blue, and then it was X Blue, and now it is X Premium for some reason. And
man, what a name!
Yeah, that is ending a lot of relationships from what I've seen.
Big sad. Big sad. Which is really interesting because all the links, when you copy and share them, they still just say twitter.com/whatever. It's a very interesting time we are living in.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the retweet button now says repost, I've noticed. The quote button, quote tweet now just says quote. The only place where I can see reference to actual tweeting on the website is in the notifications. It still says, like, so-and-so liked your tweet instead of your post. Maybe we shouldn't say that. Maybe they haven't noticed yet.
Probably. I think it's a lot funnier that way.
Yeah. I mean, considering he fired, like, most of the employees, I wouldn't be surprised. All right, here we see a very nice route difference. So it may look like Pajulu is a little bit in the lead right now. But that is simply not the case. Because VGR is doing reverse town, which is a very quite difficult route for the little time save that it does give, especially because of the jump that he's about to do to get the bird in a second.
The jump is so cool. I honestly, like, long time ago, never thought that was really possible in one player
Yeah.
that far away. And it's
Yeah,
quite
I
a
definitely
delight.
think for anyone who hasn't seen this jump before, or like the first time that someone sees it, they'll be very impressed by that because that's just so cool.
It's so good.
Yeah. There we go. VGR now has quite a considerable lead. I mean, he's already a decent bit ahead of Cascade, and obviously the reverse town there, saving another couple seconds on Pajulu does put him in a good spot.
That was a really weird, like, I had to go back and look at that again. VGR had the strangest ground pound on that
Oh,
moon I think
really?
I've ever seen. He
Oh.
like ground pounded and then the animation disappeared like immediately and Mario was just standing there waiting for the moon to spawn.
And did he have to ground pound again, or did it spawn then?
No, the moon spawned.
Oh, that's probably a first frame then.
Must have been. How funky. You don't see
Yeah,
that very
those
often.
do happen sometimes. It's very weird. There are different weird quirks if you actually do spin pounds on certain frames. So if you do it like on the very first frame that you can spin pound, you get that weird thing where he kind of never really goes into the full ground pound animation, but you do still activate moons. And then I think there's 5th frames or something, which is where you get the proper spin pound animation, but the moons just don't spawn. And that is one of the most frustrating ones. Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Dang, that's nuts.
It happens a lot for the, well, it's also to do with like the geometry and stuff, but yeah, it's a very frustrating one. Oh gosh, Pajulu. Oh gosh. That was terrifying. He missed his triple jump, had to back it up with a spin pound, and then missed his homing in timing and stuff. That could have ended very badly, because, you know, failing reverse Jaxi does mean that you will just die, and that's quite a big time loss, believe it or not. And there we go, very nice platform clip there for VGR, who's able to manipulate the cycles properly. Let's see how Pajulu deals with this. Because, you know, being a couple minutes slower in his PB than VGR is, there's a chance he hasn't learned how to properly do the crazy platform manips. And yeah, unfortunately, he does miss that. I mean, you know, the mistakes around reverse Jaxi might have made things a bit funky too, but it's a really hard one to pull off.
Yeah, it definitely looks super easy, but the timing on that is really important. The camera movement.
Yeah.
There's a lot of working parts to the platform clip.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. And the actual clip itself isn't that difficult, which, you know, I think gives a lot of people, myself included, a false sense of confidence when they first learn the new reroute. But yeah, because the camera, it has to be something you think about for just about most of the kingdom. Like, from the, I think it's like from the June moon all the way until actually performing platform clip. You need to be thinking about the camera and about the platform cycles and kind of doing calculations in your head and figuring stuff out. And it's just, it takes so long to adjust to.
Yeah, you know, it's really interesting when like newer strats are discovered for runners who have already been playing so long. They've got everything grouped into their muscle memory, and then a whole new trick or route comes along and it's back to the drawing board. Time to learn everything all over again.
Yeah, exactly. Because for me, by the time that platform clip was discovered, or by the time that I was implementing it in runs, like I hadn't properly optimized the Oasis route, and I was actually quite happy to learn something new because I really hated Oasis. But you know, like runners they will have spent a very long time getting good at it. One spin throw notes in particular is just such a nightmare. And yeah, imagine putting in all that practice and then like 2 weeks later, then being like, oh, that's all redundant now. And now you have to learn this whole other thing, which is even more difficult. Oh, VGR. No.
Yeah, not quite. No up warp this time.
Yeah. They get the very nice one cap through a late clip though, which is also very difficult.
Yeah, you know, it's really funny to think about. It's like, oh, let me do this really frame perfect difficult trick. Oh, I missed? Dang. Okay, let me just back it up with a ever so slightly less difficult trick.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I think Pajulu just went for it too. Also didn't get it, unfortunately.
Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh, it's
unfortunate.
crazy how widespread that is now. Because, yeah, like less than a year ago, I don't think anybody did it in runs.
Less than a year
Tyrone
ago.
was, like, slightly looking at it, but yeah.
Yeah, less than a year ago, most triple jump moon clips were like basically a myth, and the one that we kind of maybe knew about was the one in flooded pipes.
Oh, pipes clip too, yeah. Because those were in BTT for a little bit, but even then, they were, like you said, an urban legend, a myth. And I remember it was around November last year that Jambo and I started to go for 239 Lake, which had never actually been done before. The world record was, I can't remember, not a 2-3x at that point. And yeah, it was like it was a very novel experience doing Lake Isles with triple jump lake clip because it was just such a new thing back then. And now 59 runners, 100 runners are doing it. It's wild.
It is so interesting. The SMOs, like, for reals, just even in under a year since last year's SMO Pro League, like, so much has changed. It's nuts.
Yeah, it really has. There are just so many new things. Even just movement-wise, I feel like people just really started to get like the grip on optimized movement.
All right, both runners going to be hopping out of Lake Kingdom here, ready to head into Wooded. Wooded is definitely one of those pretty trick-heavy runs, or kingdoms. Kind of, really, no matter which level you're at, this is a pretty tough kingdom.
Yeah, I don't think there is a single route of Wooded that is particularly easy.
It's nice that, like, regardless of being difficult, Wooded is it's pretty fun, and it's also got some killer music to go with it.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's always
definitely.
nice.
I know a lot of people who will defend Wooded until their graves with how it's the best kingdom. I'm not quite on that bandwagon, but like if you get a Wooded where you just kind of pull everything off, it is like one of the most satisfying, fulfilling experiences a human can experience.
Oh, 100% agree.
Yeah.
All right, VGR now done with the tree nut. We're going to be heading on over to Nut Clip here.
Very, very infamous clip right now. But hopefully something he has a hang of.
Oh yeah, that's going to be good.
Absolutely no problems, yeah. I mean, when Nut Clip was first introduced into runs, the world record must have been like a 102, 103 back then. And it was, yeah, it was a huge thing. It was thought of as like a really, really difficult trick, you know, really big run killer for a lot of top runners who would spend hours and hours practicing it. Well, VGR falling off the ramp there. I think he's going to make it back up quickly enough, though. But yeah, it would be like a huge time sink for runners to practice. And, you know, at this point, like, I think most people start introducing around like 107, 106, and it's just kind of, you don't really even think about it anymore. It's just a thing which people do.
You're just like, all right, you're going to do this, and if you do happen to miss, here's a backup. Pajulu also taking the same ball here.
Same mistake, yeah. Just
wow.
Just shy of the fence. Slightly wrong angle, just not enough height, something like that. Very weird.
So goofy. I know myself, I definitely need to practice Nut Clip more. Yeah. I've certainly lost the timing, and it's already even more difficult in two-player because you can't buffer your throws.
Of course, yeah. I know, I wonder if there's a two-play setup for it, because two-player maze clip is insanely easy. It's like stupidly easy. And
this sounds like something I need to learn.
Genuinely, I'm like, the out of bounds is quite difficult, but the actual clip, like, it might take you 20 minutes to get once, but after that you'll be getting it like again and again and again. It's really not that bad.
Nice.
But maybe there's a similar way of setting up Nut Clip.
Yeah, I don't know. As far as I've seen, most of the two-player Nut Clips there are usually like the exact same as one player. But yeah, it's just you got to be careful about your throwing.
Yeah. And did you know you can actually clip with that moon that VGR just collected and it's in BTT?
That is actually really fascinating.
Yeah,
I might have been told that a while ago, but I definitely forgot it or was not told. One of the two.
It saves like a second or more, I think, as well.
That's dope.
Yeah, you do a 2P clip there and then bounce out of bounds up to top platform and then do a CDB. I mean, like, GP world record does captureless tower, but we don't. classify it in that.
Dude, honestly though, like I love captureless tower. It's
so
so
much fun. Yeah, it 100% loses time unless you're like
But
really
it's
fast.
so good.
It's so much fun. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, when we first implemented it, it took us a good like 40 minutes to get a single clip, which saved time. But when we did, it was like a second, and we're getting there now. Yeah, it's one of the first things I actually tried doing when I tried doing 2-player with my feet.
It's great. It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
VGR, while he did not get the flooded pipes clip, he is still going to be done with flooded pipes and is going to be on his way out of wooded.
Yeah. Just as it begun. Doesn't even feel like we blinked. Let's see what
These
Pajulu
runners
goes for here. All right, good.
Yeah, let's see the triple jump clip in here. Would you say it's harder or easier than the one in lake clip?
Oh gosh.
I feel like the lake one's probably easier.
Timing-wise, it's easier, but it is definitely harder overall just because of the position and setup and stuff. Because you have to triple jump over the top of the moon and then spin around in midair and then do like a 2 or 3 frame precise input. It's I think the lake one is generally considered a lot easier. I've never gotten any of them once, by the way, so I might not be the best person to ask.
I have definitely not gotten the triple jump clips by any means, but the 2-player clip and flooded pipes, pretty nice.
That's true.
Pretty
yeah,
nice.
The 2v flooded pipes clip, it's actually 2 inputs. It's so nice.
As you just bounce with Cappy, throw Cappy backwards, you are in the walls, baby.
I'm pretty sure you're meant to hold neutral, you know?
Probably. I just remember I've learned you back throw towards the wall.
Oh. That's not how I do it, but there you go.
I mean, you know, listen, you've got world record. I barely have an any percent time.
Yeah, well, I play Cappy, so I can't take too much credit.
Listen, Cappy is incredibly important, and I am very more impressed because playing 2-player by yourself is much easier, I'm sure, than playing with like another person.
It's
I
up
have
and down.
the mad respect.
There are obviously a lot of things that are just so much easier with 2 people. Lunch shards, for example.
Oh, dude, lunch shards
2p
is
mooncave skip, stuff like that. Like it's just impossible. Like with one person. You know, that being said, I'm pretty sure Gorgonim does it in runs now,
Yes,
but he does a
does.
slower method that loses about 2 seconds to the one that we do. Just because, you know, it's precise Mario movement and precise Cappy movement at the same time.
Yo, Gorg, hi, my friend. Hello.
Speak of the devil. Yeah. But yeah, there are definitely things that are more difficult with 2 people as well. Just, you know, the coordination and stuff. I mean, Pipes clip, for example, I just place my controller on the desk and let Jambo press the button because the timing's so tight. And there are a lot of, you know, when you do kind of spin pound instant vaults off of really small spaces, and then I have to react to him spin pounding. It gets pretty tight.
That's a mood, yeah. Very true, Saren. I will admit that's pretty true.
Wait, have you dabbled in min caps before?
That is literally my main category.
Oh, is it? I had no idea. That's probably why I don't really know you around the SMO community then.
I just kind of
feel
vibe.
like I'm only familiar with the main board folks.
Yeah. I just kind of vibe, do my own jam. I got a 150 and 3 caps.
Oh gosh, that's actually pretty damn good. Yeah. Oh, I know. Main caps. I'm just so scared of it.
Oh, it's so fun.
I'm sure it is after the like 700 hours it takes to learn how to CRC.
Yes. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's 700 hours, but it def good.
Yeah.
Hi, Gorgonum. Hi. Oh, thankfully, from my ears and what I saw, I don't think there were too many major mistakes from either of these gamers.
I've been keeping an eye out. Lost has been pretty smooth for both gamers, yeah. Both got reverse trap, both got cage triple. Everything went fine.
All the good jams.
Apart from that, okay. You know what?
Yeah, just a little bit of that.
Yeah. Oh, Anime is commenting. Hi, Anime. Gorg! Do I know you? I'm upset right now. I mean, I get it. We all have favorites. Very nice room 11 VGR. That Shireen bounce is okay. I take it back. Whoa, what a recovery!
Good
Wait,
recovery.
that was that was impressive. I haven't seen anyone manage to not fall down there with that mistake. I was about to mention the Shireen bounce off the awning, which is a really surprisingly difficult strat. I doubt Pajulu's going to go for it here. Yeah, no, of course. Pajulu just taking the normal cap dive, absolutely to be expected. Very nice Goomba hack there from VGR as well. Very, very fluid, satisfying strat to get. Tylo Tech, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Tylo and everyone from Tylo stream.
Nice.
Oh! Okay, Mario bonked on air there. VGR got robbed of that. And just as VGR leaves tower, Pajulu is entering, also going for Goomba hack, and looks absolutely fine for him. See if he gets these Shireen bounces. Very smooth stuff.
I think the number one thing that I dislike about this tower is there are very, very, very many spots in there where the camera just locks Mario into 2D movement for no reason.
Oh yeah, it's
It is
bad.
the worst.
Yeah, if
'Cause
you
then you can't recover.
accidentally press Y after jumping off the pole and you cap throw, Mario just goes into this weird state where your inputs just get completely locked and he just falls down all the way to the bottom like a brick. And yeah, sometimes if you dive towards the poles, Mario just shoots off in strange directions. It's not fun. A little bit of wiggle trouble there. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Definitely losing time there. Let's hope Pajulu can cash in on that with a slightly better wiggler.
Mech Wiggler still 100% terrible boss. Awful, 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 awful. I
don't
love
know,
skipping this boss. It's one of my favorite parts. And Cap.
That's true. That used to
It's
be
one of
my
my
opinion,
favorite.
but I think once you actually get down to learning patterns and stuff, it gets so rewarding and fun. But yeah, it takes a lot of time to get there. If only, what's that strat called? Morning Metro?
Early,
like
yeah,
that?
I think it's called Morning Metro if I remember correctly.
Yeah. That would be really cool if that was viable or like faster at all in any percent.
I mean, it's technically viable if you know how to do Yitro, but the Yitro is also just like difficult because
What is that? Is that
yeah,
Metro CRC?
it's Metro CRC, but without first-person camera because you're stuck in 2-player since you know it's any percent.
Oh right, because you can't switch between them. I see.
It's doable.
It's not fun. Yeah, but it's not faster though, is it?
I don't think it is overall.
No. Like, it takes longer to set up a CRC than just do Night Metro.
Not to mention, you know, there are definitely a few moons that you aren't able to get.
Oh, really?
If I remember correctly, because...
So is the Morning Metro route not just any percent with the 2 Night Metro moons?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I could actually be wrong, though, because you do still get, like, 2 musician moons.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why it's slower.
Maybe, yeah. For how broken this game is in speedruns and stuff, it is surprising to me that we still don't have any sequence breaks, you know, any crazy shenanigans like that. Especially when you compare it to something like 64. This game actually holds together very well. I mean, you know, you go through, you complete all 14 kingdoms in order, you collect every single moon that you need in every single kingdom. There's no, you know, nothing really crazy.
Nah, dude, yeah, I love Odyssey, dude. It's so fun. It holds up really well as both a casual game and a speedrun.
Yeah, and I think it's just got a really good balance of movement to glitches, because you know, it is just about all movement, this game, but it still does have its fair share of tricks, and none of them are like game-breaking, you know? The biggest one, Mooncave Skip, saving a couple of minutes, but most tricks in this game save like 10 seconds and don't, you know, change the speedrun at all. They just make it more interesting, and they're very fun to show off.
Oh, the tricks are so good. But yeah, you know, I remember there's this one saying that I hold on to that's very good and reminds me of things. It's like, you know, tricks save seconds, but movement saves minutes.
Yeah, that's the one. I really want to know who originally said that, because that
Me
is
too.
quoted
I have
many times a
forgotten.
day. Yeah.
I wish I remembered who said it, because, it's so true.
Yeah. I feel like I need that quote like in a frame on my wall with like
Absolutely.
a stock image of like a beach and then the like white New Times Roman text on the top.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Might actually have to be an investment. I'm genuinely considering this. Maybe I should sell them.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh, VGR going for reverse, people. Let's see how he handles this one.
We got the bouncy, and we got it. Let's go.
Gamer. Another
Let's
one
go.
of these strats you're talking about that we just wouldn't have seen at all in last year's tournament.
At all, yo.
It's just so many of these things that are just appearing out of nowhere, and everyone is adopting all of a sudden.
It's honestly so cool to see.
Yeah.
Gonna be seeing a standard people's room here from Pajulu. Makes sense. It is still very difficult, regardless of how easy VGR just made it look.
Yeah, a little bit of trouble bouncing on the awning side, but not any huge problems with Pajulu. I mean, I think these runners, I haven't seen a single major mistake yet, just a little slip-ups from both people, and I think they're both playing exactly how I'd expect, you know, that they're, you know, maybe like 30, 40 seconds off each other, heading into the second half. They're basically matching their PBs right now, or at least what we'd expect for their level.
All right, let's see how VGR grabs the Captain Toad Moon. Very good. He's left a little bit of shelter. That's good. He won't freeze to death today.
Yeah, Mario's just talking to the wall right now. Bro got lonely on his travels.
You know, there's like, I think it's like basically the only time you ever talk to Toad in an any % run. So there's definitely much less of a chance for Toad violence in this game compared to SM64.
May I ask what Toad violence is?
It's when you punch Toad instead of talking to him.
Oh, I see.
Because you can use either punch or A. You can use A or B to talk to Toad to get the moon to spawn. And you could literally use either or, but a lot of people like to use the punch button. So
Just give him a bit of a smack if it doesn't give you the moon.
Yeah, so occasionally you'll see some Toad violence, some runners punching into Toad.
I mean, what often happens in this game, it's just people doing is, if you accidentally, if you buffer your A press, or whatever, yeah, your A press to talk to Toad, you'll actually just get a jump out instead of talking to him. And essentially, if you kind of start mashing A to talk to him, and like mash through the text, what Mario will end up doing is just continually jumping towards him like super quickly, all the way into the wall, and that happens a surprising amount. Maybe it's not something we'll see in a pro tournament, but I think a lot of runners will know what I mean.
That sounds
it's not so much Toad violence, but more I don't know.
Toad scaring.
Yeah. I was very confused how Pajulu had gained so much of a lead in such a short space of time, but then I realized the VGR is going for Icicle Corner Clip.
Indeed.
Whatever it's called.
ICC.
Yet again, another one of these crazy strats that which is
another
not a
one.
thing. Was that you?
That was me.
You just went so convincingly British all of a sudden. DJ Khaled!
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh.
Yes, Jimmy, I am not good enough to make the Pro League yet. Maybe that'll change by the time the next one rolls around.
Woo!
I think the cutoff was 59, and I do not have that.
Man, 2P would be cool. 2P
Ding
would
dong,
be dope.
siren.
We need more 2P. We need some more 2P stuff. I'll be honest, I have been trying for a while to get a good old 2P showcase for Gorg. But, you know, layout's hard.
Oh, a lot of trouble there. 2 misses with VGR, and he got attacked by the Goomba. Definitely not saving time with this ICC. Definitely losing time with this ICC. This is rough. I mean, you can see kind of how fragile this trick is. Like, a lot of runners, especially Tyronis, make it look so easy, but that can happen, and it happens a lot. And I think, you know, with that trick, it's just going to be something which runners are going to have to be expecting to be getting loads of paces out of day and then just killing it to ICC just over and over and over again. And then if they actually get a pace past it, just not letting the nerves get to you.
Yeah, the nerves suck, man.
Yeah.
Why do we have those sometimes?
What do you remember? I mean, I stole your train of thought.
No,
25th night of September?
True. It is an important thing to remember.
And I guess we will never find out. Pajulu and VGR are both leaving Snow Kingdom.
Yeah, it's too late. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Don't worry. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for Pajulu, that ICC meltdown did definitely let him catch up a little bit. Let me go check the stat sheet.
Oh, I love the stat sheet. It's so
Hashtag
cool.
ad. Yeah, it's a very cool sheet.
Like, and we can see because of all those missed ICC things, VGR is now only 17 seconds ahead of Pajulu instead of the 34 from Day Metro.
Yeah, I mean, literally halved his lead with that ICC attempt. And a slightly dodgy snowdrive afterwards. It was, yeah.
Oh, man, also, what I definitely want to organize sometime. Basically, just get a race on in there. 2-player, maybe you guys versus Gorg. It'd be pretty epic. I think it'd be a great race.
Epic, yeah. That'd be very cool.
Also, I do know 04 Dude is in the chat here somewhere, but also I did meet Gorgonin before 04 Dude, so I've got a little bit of a bias here.
04's fallen off. He knows it.
Minor commentary bias.
No. Adge, okay, good. They can't hear us.
Epic.
Gorgonim, you suck!
Whoa! Whoa! No, I know it's for fun. All right, we've got good fish and dip from VGR. Pajulu
This
should.
is terrifying. We're fine.
Okay, that's good. We got it from both gamers.
Yeah, it's very easy to go back to Mount Set, but you just managed to avoid it. Fastest fish clip in the Wild West. Very nice VGR.
Fish clip is really fascinating, honestly. I find it interesting that, you know, when you're far enough away from the fish, the game's just like, whatever. But if you're too close to it, the game's like, whoa there, buckaroo. You are way too close to the edge here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a huge oversight on the developer's part, in terms of how the physics there push you back in bounds. It's very easy to pull off. If there's any of you watching that are absolutely transfixed by these speedruns, haven't tried speedrunning yourself, and want to see if you can do any of these cool tricks, Fish Clip is the one to try. It is by far the easiest out of bounds clip in the game, and probably one of the coolest, because since Seaside is all underwater, once you clip out of bounds, you can just swim anywhere. You know? A lot of other kingdoms, you get out of bounds, there's like 2 platforms you can stand on, but it's very cool in Seaside.
I remember some people saying that like you can basically just clip out of bounds anywhere you want in Seaside. Is that true?
To some degree. It's the reason we do it in that spot in 90%, well, not anywhere, but many places, yes. And some places are more difficult / impossible, but it is possible.
All right, we've got both gamers here now into luncheon, and I've actually just remembered I haven't said it once this run, but since we're in the luncheon kingdom and not in the we just left Seaside. You know, I hope all of y'all out there are staying hydrated, getting some of those important water nutrients into your body. It's very good for you.
I'm about to take a sip right now, just for you.
Oh, amazing. I know I literally have like a gallon-sized water bottle by my desk. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Alright, both runners are going for Spearless. This will be a fun one. Very big potential run killer here, so let's hope there aren't any major mistakes on either end. I guess he does, FT. I guess that answers your question.
I don't know how people are able to spin throw those slots like with the greatest of ease.
Gosh, it's luncheon slots terrify me.
Yeah, it's just like,
listen. Do luncheon slots, I just do a thing where you hold out Cappy and bring him back.
Yeah, no, that is definitely my preferred option. Way too scary.
Yeah, I do the spin throw for the ones in Metro, but even then, that took a lot of practice, and I still mess it up quite often. It's yucky. Have you seen the new one that Tyrone does?
No.
Oh, gosh.
How insane is it?
Oh, you poor soul. he does an STRC before talking to the man. Yeah, before talking to the man. Talks to the man, Cappy freezes in midair, and then he turns around and rolls and long jumps towards the slots, and Cappy grabs them all on one swing of the spin throw that he already did before activating the slots. It's silly. It's very silly.
What on earth?
Yeah, I don't think me explaining it does it justice. You might have to look it up after this.
I might really have to. That just sounds extremely nutty.
VGR grabbing 10. Oh, he almost threw it in the lava there. But yeah, now he can take that all the way back to town, taking a full tour of this kingdom with this horrible movement here.
Nice.
Of course, it's a gory strat. Yeah, that probably explains it, Troy.
Gorg pretty cracked.
Gorg?
That too.
I swear you just said Gorg instead of Gory. Bro's getting some casual product placement in there.
I mean, listen, I will always shell out for Gorg. Very helpful with min caps and obviously very helpful with 2-player in general. So 1000%.
Damn it. I wish someone shouted out me the way that you shout out Gorg and him. It's my dream one day.
Alright, we're going to be coming up onto this invisible blocker jump here from both runners.
Yep, absolutely fine. Definitely not wincing. It just never looks like it's gonna work. It just never does.
Never.
And maybe that's just, you know, because it's coming from somebody who doesn't know how to do it, but...
Got it. Gotta love those coyote frames.
Yeah, it's... Alright, come on, Pajulu. Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. Okay. Thank you, Troy of Athens. I appreciate it. Alright, there we go. That should be luncheon done. I mean, he's running. They're both playing remarkably well, might I add.
They're
I mean,
both doing great. Yeah,
VGR's
they have not
ICC
been.
obviously was the big mess up in his run, but other than that, like, this has just been smooth sailing.
Yeah, there have not been too many major mistakes from either runner. It's been very good.
Impressive stuff. Benji 64, thank you so much for the raid, Benji. Welcome in everybody from Benji's stream.
Yo,
Great
was
to
that
have you
the Aaron Truitt, the one and only?
The VIP.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Alright, and let's have a look at Pajulu's final mean here. This final mean is actually quite scary. Things often go very, very wrong there.
Okay. All right. Is this true? I don't know what it is, but anytime I try to land on that scarecrow, I miss it like 90% of the time. What is with it? It's just that scarecrow too.
Interesting.
What is with it?
Genuinely, I have no idea. I think what it does boil down to is just skill issue, but there is obviously something systematically going on in that. I don't know.
I mean, probably.
It's outside of my scope. I just press the B button sometimes and get a world record, you know.
Ooh, it's
Java
very
does all the
important to
adult
deep
stuff.
press.
Yeah.
It's you're like the one person, the sidekick in the sidecar, who is still absolutely needed.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
All right, we've got VGR into the dragonfly. Pajulu coming in hot behind. Always nice to see Captain Toad being freed in the dragonfly.
Yeah, I've had an actual question before in my stream asking if that's required to be able to verify runs, like to check you're on the right version or something. I'm just like, no. And then he's like, why does everyone do it? And I'm just like, it's just a thing, you know? I feel like every game has those quirks, which just every single runner kind of just collectively and non-verbally agrees just to do something in every single run. And for SMO, it's grabbing that Toad. Although Pajulu is letting us down right now. I hope he goes back for it.
That is true.
We might have to DQ him if he doesn't grab the Captain Toad here.
You know, I didn't see if there's any Toad violence on Pajulu's side. I didn't see if he left him any snow or not, so I can't even confirm that.
I think VGR is expressing some Toad violence here. Ground pounding on him again, even though it's
oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Also Pajulu. He's just not doing it. He's a traitor to us all.
Troy. Oh man. There we go. VGR making absolutely short work of this dragon here. Finishing up the fight, no sweat. And
I mean, hopefully that wouldn't be. It's, you know, people call it an auto-scroller. I will have my arguments with them because there is a lot of time save in Rune, which many people overlook. But at the same time, in a race environment, you know, those like 1 or 2 seconds of optimization aren't going to be too important. And
yeah,
I don't know. I haven't seen any runners dying to Dragon in the Pro League. Maybe that is yet to come.
It's definitely a misnomer for sure, calling it an auto-scroller.
Yeah.
But it certainly isn't much of a misnomer to say that this SMO League is in fact sponsored in part by the community. You can go to the Matcherino link right there and donate to the prize pool. The prize pool will be split between first place, second place, and third place. And yeah, you know, you guys are pretty epic. We were able to do this because of you guys giving us that support. So thank you guys so much for coming in and watching. Also, Gorg, so true. Trust me, I want that too.
We'll make it happen. I have my plans, which I'll keep undercover for now. Unrelated to these plans, does anyone know Saren's address and social security number?
I only know that he's like, I guess, somewhat near ESA. That's all I know.
That's true. I mean,
Probably
his
a couple
mother's maiden
hours.
name would do the trick.
True, true. Oh, wait. I mean, hi, Saren. Hi.
Oh, Pajulu! Wait, he just
Oh.
got burned by the lamp while he spun through the wire. I had no idea that could happen.
I've been waiting for that to happen. Every
you
time
aware
I
of
see
this?
them. Every time I see them doing the spin throw, they get closer and closer to that torch. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for somebody to like
New
take
one
damage
me.
from
That
it.
is definitely a new one. Oh, you know what we might see right now, Anime, is VGR plays on Joy-Cons, which fills me with confidence for this. Come on. No, he didn't go for down for shards.
Dang.
I think it's
Down
just-
throw shards looks dope.
It is so sick. I get very excited every single time I know someone's gonna do it. I think it might be because he messed up the second shard. Yeah, that's unfortunate. VGR does not play
apparently-
Joy-Cons. No, I swear he down threw earlier. I watched him down throw and wooded. Right before grabbing the rock moon at the start of wooded, he did a down throw. It was a ground pound. Damn it!
That is true. I do
all right.
vaguely remember that down throw.
You know, we can still be disappointed that VGR didn't do down throw shards, even on Procon. Because if he
Oh,
was a true
absolutely.
gamer, he would have found a way.
True, true.
I'm pretty sure. Gosh, this is horrible. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. That's all that matters. I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not pretty sure. I had a conversation with Jambo, and he was talking about the fact that he was looking into learning down throw shards, and I was like, "But bro, you play on Procon," and he said, "I know." And what he was thinking is doing kind of what like high-level runners do in Dark Side and All Moons, where you switch to Joy-Cons just for that final kingdom to do the down throw strats. And he
It's
was
like,
I've messed around with it. He said, I've tried doing some Bowser Royales, where in the cutscenes into Bowser's, I turn on my Joy-Cons and put them on the desk. When I grab the Ogre Moon, I pick them up, I do shards on the Joy-Cons, and then I switch back to a Procon afterwards.
Let's go. That's honestly one of the coolest things about the Switch. On one
Yeah.
hand, it can be pretty frustrating when you're just trying to play and then maybe a younger sibling comes up and goes, I want to play, and just steals the controller. I don't think that's happened, but it's definitely not an issue I've had to deal with since I am the youngest one.
Yeah.
But it's like in there's a place in Sunshine in Serena Beach. You basically want to switch to Joy-Cons if you're using the GameCube controller, so you can. It's so incredibly easy to spam spray with the Joy-Cons compared to the original GC.
Oh, what on 3D All Stars?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well that I don't really know much about Sunshine, but I've heard people saying that spam spraying is really hard on 3DAS.
What is?
Spam spraying.
Oh, well, no, it's hard using a GameCube controller.
Okay.
Spam spray. But you can switch to the Joy-Con, and it's insanely easy
Yeah.
comparatively.
I see. Alright, heading into the second last split, and possibly quite a big run killer if any mistakes are made. This is, of course, the notorious mech split. VGR doesn't do triple jump crates, which is very surprising at his level. I mean, it is just objectively faster, but I know a lot of people really struggle with it.
Oh.
Oh, missed pipeless attempt. I'm glad he didn't commit to that because, yeah, the Spidey's move there that could have gotten in his way messed things up. Oh my gosh.
Not having a good blind jump there either.
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
he did the jump too close to the right and couldn't get the camera to turn.
That jump pretty scary.
Yeah, and Pajulu's having some trouble getting in there too. I mean, oh gosh. Let's hope his blind jump is a little bit less terrifying.
Great start. Great start.
It's okay. Cat bounce there is a good idea. And yeah, he makes it up, no problem. And now VGR is entering the mech fight. My absolute favorite boss in this entire game.
It is a pretty fun boss, I will say. The movement up to it is pretty epic.
Do you have a hack switch, Anime?
Do I have a hacked switch? I do, actually.
Have you played Super Summer?
Not yet.
Because, oh, you should. It honestly, I keep thinking back to Superstar Mech, and it is just such a wild ride. But it was so much fun.
Ooh. Yeah, I do have a good chunk of mods that I've been like slowly going through.
Working your way
Haven't
through,
touched
yeah.
Superstar yet though.
Yeah, it was a good experience. I enjoyed it.
Let's go.
Very nice
VGR.
stuff to do. Getting the kind of old new shards. Absolutely. Nice. And let's see how Pajulu handles this. Also going for kind of old new shards.
Oh,
Shards? Oh my
we're
god.
still alive.
Dude,
Yeesh.
terrifying. Okay, when I said
Missing.
shards, I meant TA, but yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Missing something like that on the mecha, and then like right before it's about to move, is very jarring.
I know,
You
I know.
genuinely can't tell if you're gonna fall off or not.
Yeah, Pajulu definitely did the right thing there, which is just sitting and just waiting, because, you know, it's so tempting when that happens to start mashing inputs and trying to ground pound him, but if you just sit on that platform and wait for him to take a few steps, it will be okay. But yeah, I mean, really good recovery there. That could have really ended things for Pajulu, and, you know, VGR still's quite a big lead. We're looking at about 40 seconds or more right now, I think. Which is going to be tough to beat, it really is, but as much as I hate to say this cliche again, anything can happen. It's anyone's game.
Anything can happen in a race.
Anything can happen in a race.
It's very true. I probably say it too much, but it is very, very true.
I mean, it's not an SMO race without having to say that line.
All right, VGR going to be the first Mario on the moon in this race.
I love what a solemn, like, calming end it is right now in Moon. I think this game is just paced so well. And after, you know, the huge, like, Bowser's Kingdom build-up, climbing all the way to the top of the kingdom, fighting a really difficult boss fight, and then it's just kind of quiet, just the chiming of bells. I don't know, it's cool. It's a good game. I like this game. Have I said that yet?
I don't think we've actually said that particularly too much today. But this game is very, very, very good from a casual standpoint and from a speedrunner standpoint. It's just so well made.
So good. You can really just... I mean, Nintendo, you know, always just makes some of the highest quality games in the AAA market. And this game especially, you can just really tell that they poured just so much just pure love and joy into every single corner of it. Yes, Troy. We have talked about min caps.
Nah, Allison, less that I'm spreading false news and more that I'm just talking out of my head trying to sound like I know stuff.
Hey, I mean, most people don't know the wiser. You can say whatever you want.
I mean, I certainly try to be accurate with the knowledge that I do have.
I haven't heard anything which was off, but maybe I'm also just kind of clueless and just taking your word for everything.
That's fair. All right, 2 quick hats there for VGR. Pajulu now in the fight, not too far behind.
Yeah, I mean, it is... You know, this race, it hasn't been particularly close, you know, there haven't been lead swaps and stuff, but it's just been so consistent. Both runners have, like, just constantly been 20 seconds apart. It's almost like we've got VGR's game on, like, a 20-second delay on the other side of the screen, and we're just watching it back. Like, it's been super crazy how close these players have played. I didn't say anything of the sort. Myself on those.
Nah, that's what I said.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. All right, VGR now going to be going into the final escape sequence here. More likely than not, going to be seeing some 2DSS attempts.
I mean, he has the wiggle room for it, you know. You can die to 2DSS attempts, but it's kind of rare. And I think even if he did, he might still be okay. I'm not sure. Although I think Pajulu is on last phase of Bowser right now, so maybe not.
I think my least favorite thing in the escape sequence is very specifically when you destroy the last pillar, there's a chance that the camera will change and just absolutely kill your momentum. And I will always
really?
remember that because
I've
it killed
gosh.
my first
go,
sub
VGR.
2 that I could have had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could have had
Wow.
that sub 2
I
mid
had
caps,
no idea.
but the
That was the
camera had other ideas.
I think the funniest mistake I've ever seen is, I don't know if you've seen this, it was an Alpharad clip where he was on like a really big PB pace and then he broke the rock in the middle of the room, tried to jump into the wire, but he was holding straight up, not realizing that he was in the top corner and the camera would change. He just ended up jumping off the map instead of into the wire.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But VGR got 2DSS, he is in pillars now, and let us give him some cat jams. Everybody, spam the chat, fill it up, let me get mine in there.
Cat jam, cat jam, cat jam, cat jam.
Let's go.
Yeah!
I can abuse my VIP privileges.
Let's go. You love to see it.
And yeah, absolutely no problems there for VGR. Finishing out with what looks to be like a 58-38? Oh, way less than that.
Nice.
36. Very nice stuff, VGR. Really lit GGs. I mean, again, you displayed super well all the way through. And so did Pajulu, who is also now in pillars, just as VGR is leaving. Super close stuff. More cat jams. We're not done with the cat jams, everybody.
We are not done with those cat
Not done.
jams.
Once audio swaps over.
They are unstoppable.
There we go.
Oh, good. No camera shenanigans from
Yeah, and
either
hopefully it
racer.
stays that way.
Thank goodness.
There we are. Very well done for Pajulu. Also getting a sub out time. He played so close to PB.
They
That is
both did so well today.
insane. Yeah.
Good lord.
Pajulu playing 15 seconds off his PB. Really good
That's
stuff.
so good.
Yeah. Man, well, huge well done to both runners. VGR is currently in the booth, and hopefully Pajulu getting here soon for some post-match interviews.
Yo, let's go. All right,
go.
VGR, congratulations on your win. How you doing, man?
Thanks. I'm feeling pretty good. Other than that ICC, that run was really solid. I have nothing really to complain about.
Yeah, you just genuinely you played so well. I think the only mistake that I actually saw was the dive on the slope on the ramp in Wooded. And honestly,
yeah,
that's probably about it.
That wasn't fun either, but yeah, but between that and ICC, that probably would have been close to 57.
Yeah,
That's
that was
nuts,
a really great
man.
run. Really good race. And keeping your win streak up, I mean, you seem unstoppable at the minute, VGR.
I guess so.
I guess so.
Honestly, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And 2DSS was certainly the icing on the cake.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was really
First
good.
try 2DSS was delicious.
Yeah. Well, Pajulu, how are you feeling about one? I mean, you played 15 seconds off your PB today.
Actually,
I think you should be really
like
proud.
the PB on, I have a 58-50, so I don't know.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is still a very good round. Like,
I mean, yeah,
58.
either way, still
I just
super
got
good.
like VGR is just better than me. He beat my PB. I can't.
Yeah,
I couldn't
exactly.
compete.
Like, there wasn't really much you could have done, I don't
Yeah.
think.
Did you say 58-58?
58-50.
Cool.
Very hard, very good stuff. But yeah, especially for not finishing a run in 3 weeks, I think you should be super happy with yourself.
Yeah, you did play closer to PB than I did, so.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Don't
it was
worry
a
about
really fun race. I appreciate you guys both very much for putting on your best performances for us. And thank you so much to Anime for co-commentating and streaming the match.
Thank you for co-commentating. I absolutely enjoyed just kind of geeking out about two-player a little bit.
Exactly, anytime, yeah. Yeah, there are mine and Anime's links in chat if you're interested in giving us a follow. And also, there are VGR and Pajulu's links, who are also very, very talented runners, obviously, and have a lot of cool things coming. And speaking of cool things coming, you can join us again when?
Few moments.
Today, in a few moments, for an incredible, sorry, I was getting a schedule, for an incredible SM64 70-star Pro League match. Not something you want to be missing. So stick around, guys. Anime's excited for that one. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you